last week we were talking about X-ray glasses, like you seen the fake ones? Like
No.
they're like toys. They just have like spirals.
It's like white and red. Like you order them like at the end of like comic books and stuff, right? Like
It even says like, does it say X-ray?
I don't know.
But just
These are not X-ray.
And we're just thinking of wearing them everywhere we go, and then when you see like a girl, you like scope her out, and you're like, nice.
That'd be funny.
We had all kinds of we had all kinds of jokes. Right as somebody's talking to you, and you're just like, nice.
Someone comes into the shop. Like, yeah, I just want to get this. Nice. You're just walking around Walmart like, nice, nice. Oh, nice.
Not that one.
Not that one.
Or even as like if somebody's like if a girl's talking to you, and as she's talking to you, you pull them out from your pocket and.
Just get a big smile on your face.
Oh wait a minute, and then you put them on.
And then you have to check her out.
You're just looking down the whole time. Oh, it's cool. And then what happened?
Like, what would they think? Would they want to try? I'm like, that doesn't work. And
Give me that.
right?
And then when she puts them on, like behind it's just a picture of your dick. And then she goes, nice.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, right. That would be funny. Like, obviously they're not really X-ray goggles, but I think that would just be enough for someone to be like, let me see those.
Or what would they do? Like, hey, this guy is looking at me with X-ray goggles on. Or
They like fucking try to cover themselves.
You know what X-ray means, right? It's not stopping anything. And so you meet the girl with the lead plate over her skirt. Fuck! Spoiled again.
But yeah, I was thinking that, like, I was comparing it to smoking DMT because I was telling Xander that's kind of like X-ray goggles for the universe, right? Like it makes you see.
Nice!
And then yeah, at the end of the trip, it's like nice.
That's true.
You think the universe is like, oh, what the fuck? Like, oh,
Who's peeking? Yeah, exactly. They know
the
somebody's
hell?
peeking. I think you get that
like you're
feeling,
not
right?
like you're not supposed to see it. Like,
Not that you're not supposed
No.
to see it, but you're not from, or yeah, I don't know. It gives you a weird feeling,
from a different vantage point that you wouldn't usually have.
like yeah, you're peeking into something
That's nice.
that's nice.
It's
Yeah, I think
there.
it's-
It's there, but
It's there, but
It's not.
you're so
Readily
busy.
visible.
It's not readily available. Yeah, like
yeah, because I heard you can trip on DMT like by doing like breathing exercises and like doing like some really like deep meditation. You
that's
can you
what
can
this
slightly.
kid was saying the other day. Remember? And he started connecting it to like, was it Santa down the chimney or something that your brain makes it and then it
Yeah, then you gotta like
falls.
learn how to catch it and use it or something. And
He says it happens like once a month, or I don't know what he was saying, but
Yeah, yeah, because so like it is, I guess, available. It's just like you said, we're just so busy that we're so distracted by everything else that we don't even. A lot of people don't even know there's a fucking there. That it's there, and I think that's pretty wild. Just because. I mean, the few times that I've done it, it's always very welcoming. It's always like, oh, you're back. Like, let me show you this, or, you know what I mean? And it's nice.
right? That's what he is.
nice. That's what you took. Yeah, I done it twice. The first time I was really scared, but it was with you and then another guy that works here. And I felt just the environment felt comfortable, so I was like, you know what? I think it's time, and it was great. The second time I did it by myself, and it was scary, but it didn't last as long. It was like a quick one. I didn't have enough to really blast off like that, but it was scary.
But it's okay to feel scary because you were alone. Because I was scared too when I did it when I was alone. So I guess it's like at least me, like I don't try to that feeling of being scared let it affect whatever I'm gonna encounter or see, you know, because I'm just like everything is physical right now, and then everything there is just mental. I don't know. That's I guess how I try to.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
No, yeah, you let go.
Cause I mean I know I'm not gonna die. I mean, and if I die, I mean, then,
Nice.
You wake up and you wake up and see your dead body.
dude,
And,
fucking foam me out the mouth.
nice. Right, you pulled out your pants, right? Nice. Let me see what my cock looks like from a different perspective.
Oh fuck.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's fucking trippy, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely scary, but yeah, I guess the unknown. But every time it wears off, like if my eyes are open, to me it looks like if it's like connected to everything around you, and then it kind of not. I almost get a feeling like not that it disappears, but you lose the connection. Like it's there.
Like it starts to blend in with everything else, or
Yeah, it's blending into everything else, but in a way where it's like it just seems like it's always there around us, and I'm just like disconnecting.
Yeah, that's good. Just cause, like I said, like I feel like it's a very welcoming feeling. It's like they're so happy to that you're there with them and experiencing it. And all the times that like even with like mushrooms, that can to me mushrooms it's like a little bit even more scary. You know, just because mushrooms are different though. Like with mushrooms, I always like fucking throw up and shit.
I think mushrooms are more like not like a, I guess like a body high, or like you really feel it more like physically than like mentally. I think. If that makes
Really?
any sense. I think so.
Oh man.
Especially more like compared to something like DMT.
Yeah, but mushrooms are very mental. Also, I think.
But you know, I haven't taken as much as like you or some of the other guys, but I've taken like enough to where it gets a little scary. But
No, yeah, I don't even think it's the amount. I just think it. I mean, yeah, it's more intense, but I think it's
like to me, I don't know why. Maybe I'm.
I get. I mean, I get what you're saying. Just because I feel like with mushrooms, there's like some sort of like respect. You know, at least with me, like I feel like I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna do anything, and then I fucking do it. It fucking
Humbles you.
It does humble you, yeah, definitely. And
But I think with them, I guess it's easy to like if you're tripping really hard, you could turn on a movie and then you can start laughing at the movie, and then it'll distract you from your mind.
right.
Yeah, but I can't be like high as fuck on DMT and put on the Nutty Professor, and all of a sudden I'm not fucking.
But then, also that's what I'm saying. Maybe if you shut off what's around you, it'll be more mental.
Yeah, for sure, right? I could definitely see that.
Like if you're just in your room, maybe with just music on, or
Just
maybe not even
singing,
music.
or
Just,
or some sounds, or just nothing, and just kind of like.
yeah, maybe some sounds. Yeah, and then it'll definitely be more mental.
Yeah.
Because I've heard people do it,
physical.
like, or mushrooms or DMT or whatever weed, and then they'll put themselves in one of like those like isolation chambers where like they're floating and there's no light and there's no nothing, and yeah, they say that it enhances the
That sounds
the
intense,
experience.
dude.
That does sound kind of intense.
I'm like, see,
Yeah.
like I would that would be a nervy, like just thinking about that kind of gets me anxious. You know, it's just like, cause that's kind of scary too. Like even though I know nothing's gonna happen,
You're just alone with your
Yeah.
thoughts. Like, fuck.
it's the unknown, right? I think you said right now.
Yeah, the unknown, right?
Yeah, for sure. Because you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know how you're gonna react. You don't know what the experience is gonna be. So yeah, it's definitely the unknown. Yeah, shrooms always felt like MDMA to me, like very similar, like ecstasy pills and Molly or whatever. And that's very physical. I mean, it's obviously a mental part, but it's very physical. And
That's crazy that you say that. You
it just always reminded me of it, like when I
really?
the same type of feeling, just more more mental with shrooms and more A little different, but similar.
You like the way they taste?
No.
Yeah, they taste bad, right?
Yeah, I don't like the way they taste either.
When I've had them, I've like ate them with peanut butter sandwiches, and I didn't really taste it. But
Yeah, you have to hide it.
you could still kind of like.
Yeah, it's hard to eat. Like some people say they like them and they eat them just like
Yeah,
that.
I can't do that. That's
Put
what
'em
I'm
on
saying.
the
Like
pizza.
there's some sort of respect to it, cause like I know there's a process. Like at least with me in my head, I'm like, like I'm gonna do this, and I don't want to do this because they're gross and they're gonna make me want to gag and shit. But once I do it and I get through it, and then they start like hitting you, you start yawning, right? You yawn a lot. And yeah, it's mushrooms are cool, man.
Yeah, I always thought like when I did mushrooms, I was gonna get these crazy visualizations, hallucinations, and I'm sure you can. But the ones I've had are very, like they weren't like DMT. Like I saw
Yeah,
like
it's not
stuff
like-
breathing, kind of, and lights looked extra vibrant or colors and. But with DMT, I straight up saw stuff that that wasn't there.
Like hallucinating, right?
Yeah, I could see what you mean, kind of where like what you see is like it's always been there and it kind of goes away. Like I mean, I ultimately think it's because what we're seeing is affecting like the
Chemical. You
the
just think it's
trip.
all chemical.
Yeah. But like when I look down on my hands, like it's like I saw like a different version of my hand, but it was like outlined in a different shape and a different color and a different like dimension. And when I looked up, yeah, like it looks like everything is part of what I was seeing, but it was like
Pattern.
yeah, it's really weird to describe. But yeah, it did look like not like a filter over life, but I mean, kind of like like
Yeah, like a filter or just like the underlining.
patterns
More like
behind
a net.
everything.
There's like a net between reality.
Kind of like yeah.
Or like the computer program or something.
Yeah,
or-
like you saw the code, huh?
Yeah, like the code or something like that.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that's
dude.
right. I feel like I saw colors that didn't exist, and like they were changing, and like yeah, it was just such a weird experience.
That movie, have you seen Annihilation? No. The one that me and Christian were talking about with the girl that plays, not Princess Leia, the girl from The Professional,
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman.
Oh, I knew that one like right there. Oh, I knew.
I guess you don't know it's an alien, but that something crashes and then there's like a force field and then people that go in it don't come out, so they send a team in and she's on the team. And at the end it ends up being an alien. But then like when she finds the alien, it has like a really trippy psychedelic portal that it comes from, and then the alien comes out and it's just like a really skinny human figure with like metallic skin. But then just the sounds of the way I don't know what's making the sound, but I don't know if it's the way it walks or if it's making it, but it's like really DMT-ish
Man, that's cool.
computer. Like it's just a cool aspect. Like he never physically says anything. He just makes those weird.
Has this weird
Sounds.
effect. And,
Yeah, weird effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. I've always thought of something like that. That's a cool idea.
Right.
Like there's a where I saw it originally was on SpongeBob, and they have like that orb of confusion. And when they turn it on, they're just like, until someone has to come and turn it off. Like you fucking idiots.
Yeah.
But I always thought like that'd be a cool effect, like to protect like a place or a person or an area, and you let off something like a sound or a frequency or some I don't know something chemical. The closer people got to it, the more they got affected, and the more they were like out of it or weary or DMT or horny or whatever. But yeah, that's a cool idea. Annihilator?
Annihilation.
Annihilation. I gotta check that out.
Is it new?
No, it's old. Like I believe it was 2018.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
I gotta check that
The
out.
ending's really cool.
Have you seen The Thing?
The original one?
Yeah, like the old one.
Oh, a long time ago.
I saw it, not recently, but I remember like watching that movie. It's kind of similar, right? Like it's an alien.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like it can like
I've never seen that one. I've heard of it, but I've
No.
never seen it.
yeah, it's kind of similar. Now with all these, remember last time we were talking to about the aliens and shit?
No, it's all coming.
Now it's like everywhere. That's funny because I asked one of my little cousins. I asked him, I was like, hey, like in the future, if you were to like had to pick like whether to be a part of the aliens or like robots, what would you pick? And he said he would go with the robots.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. See, somebody does like you.
At least someone wants to be like you.
I'm likable.
I'd be a robot too, like I'm still me, but
Yeah,
like
it's
I'm
you, but-
better, like I'm
right.
cybernetic.
Right. Because we were talking, remember how like
Got
Elon Musk
built-in
said,
X-ray glasses.
now you,
Right, your eyes will flip, X-ray mode.
Right? To that little spiral. Nice.
and that's what keeps you human, bro.
It's the one part they kept is my horny curiosity.
So like there's this conspiracy that there's going to be a fake alien invasion.
Yeah, that Project Blue, and they've been calling that out for like years.
Yeah.
Imagine that
And-
really happened. Like, what
So-
would you think? Like, I mean, it's kind of happening, right? It's kind of happening.
It's what is
Yeah,
it, like a
showing-
self-fulfilling prophecy?
Alright, they're showing like UFO. People are coming forth now. And it's like, damn. People are starting to believe there really is an alien invasion going on.
Well, that would. I mean, that's the only move they have next is to show some kind of proof. Like, from my perspective, it's like, yeah, I don't want to hear anything unless you've got pictures or.
And
like,
even
real
then,
video.
dude, the pictures are questionable nowadays.
No,
too.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to see what they're gonna either what is real or what they're gonna pass off as
They're
real.
like, look, and it's a fork with 5 prongs. Oh, what is
left
this
it.
alien technology?
He left this behind.
It's a shirt with 4 holes for arms. Oh, explain this, America. Yeah, right. But like, if we were to join the alien, like they invade and like they become one of us, or die, or become a slave, or what do you mean?
Choose aliens or choose robots? Is that what you say?
Yeah, so I guess cause like let's say they do like fake like an alien invasion, right? Like, well, wouldn't we want to like defend ourselves against them, or would we want to like befriend them, right? It all depends, I guess, how they're approaching us.
Is it either way? You just shoot them. Right? Shoot
We're
them
just
first.
we're in the area where directions. You know where the nearest star? Shoot him with a revolver.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Better safe than sorry.
Nice.
Nice. Us bringing you real X-ray glasses.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, man, I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, becoming like a like almost like a robot, just a fucking enhanced version of yourself would be fucking dope.
I'm down for that.
Oh
Man,
man,
you're the biomech guy. Right? You think your whole dream. You're already halfway there.
okay. So for the future to be more robotic or
Yeah.
alien, damn, that's a good one.
Because to be more alien, it almost feels like
Like I think the robotics will reach there eventually, but the aliens, I guess to me it'd be aliens just to answer that question.
Because there would have to
they
be,
could put a tail on you, another arm.
so like imagine like DMT is like the way we can talk to these aliens, dude. We just need to like fucking,
And I think to me that sounds more of a possibility. Because I feel it would make them safe from any kind of attack, like,
that's true.
but in a way where they're also like not a threat. Like it's not even about globalization, or it's not about like, it's just more of like something of like a higher evolution spiritually maybe or something. So I mean it's like it's around us at all time, where they can be around us all, but they're safe because we can't tune into them, and they're masters of both worlds, you know what I mean? And like to me that seems more realistic as far as like aliens or any kind of other life.
So then like maybe the future is like we're almost robots too, and then we fucking do a bunch of DMT.
No, and I think robots takes us. Well, it takes us
Further
away
away.
from, huh?
I was gonna say further away from. Like,
Further away from it, right? Possibly. Like you're getting into another world.
A cybernetic world, I guess. Almost.
Would that be more of a world of ego, or what would you think that would be like? If
I don't think it'd be much of a difference, but yeah, I don't know.
Because isn't like the. I mean, there's always this there's always been this fascination over like living for like living forever, right? But then, like, do you want to live in your body forever? Like, it's just it makes you ask like a bunch of questions.
Yeah, your body starts breaking down after a
Mhm.
while. It can only be so much, so improved so much. So
well, in the way that you're saying we would hook up to robots into like an AI, the way our body and mind would hook up into that, I think that's the same thing as something from a different dimension that's spiritual living this life through our meat bodies. Like it's doing
That's
like
true.
something that's non-carbon is making it's in our bodies and we're living this way, and it's the five senses are what we live by, so it's hard to tune into that world because
I could see that. Like I can see if there is other life forms out there that are non-carbon based or whatever, and I think it could be physically possible. I mean, I don't know how they would do it, but I think it'd be physically possible to be advanced enough that yeah, you like instead of like how we're uploading us into a robot, uploading them into like a carbon-based body. I can see that being physically possible.
to experience the world of the five senses. And once these five senses are gone, you go back into like that other realm or that other dimension.
And as soon as they upload into our carbon-based body, they just go nice. Okay, let me ask you. So, do you think there's aliens out there, other intelligent beings out there somewhere in the universe?
I think there's other intelligent beings, yeah.
Do you think they're conscious the way humans are conscious? Because they would kind of just be like animals, right? Like another thing that evolved or came about and lives. But you say you don't know if other animals are conscious like us. Do you think and some other intelligent being that has like the capability of flying a saucer to Earth? Do you think that'd be a conscious being the way humans are conscious?
No, I think it would be. I think it's something we don't understand. Maybe it's like if you can be better than conscious or like I don't know, like maybe higher, like yeah, it probably does not make sense to us.
Yeah, like we
The
can't.
way the way an ant can't realize that our level of thinking is the way we can't understand the level of this being, or I think it's something like that.
Do you think they have a soul?
Or I think maybe they have a soul, or they are what's our soul, like what lives on in us is probably that. So I think we have access to being those beings probably, or I think we're from that nature. I think there's something inside of us that that's from there, familiar with there, and I think we're. I know it's a book. It's spiritual beings having a human experience, I guess. And I believe that
Yeah.
sounds kind of.
I was just gonna say that you then like with that question, I feel like you kind of have to dabble into like spirituality and stuff, just because.
Or whatever, and that's just a word that we use.
Right.
Spirituality. I mean, I'm not. It doesn't have. All it means is the unknown. I guess you can say.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
It's unknown.
The unknown.
The unknown. But yeah, I guess you use spirituality, and right away it.
People are like, oh, he means voodoo, wicked woo, and weird stuff.
Yeah,
and-
or you mean I don't know. Some people might say it as religious or just but I mean,
Yes.
just something that we don't understand. I think.
Yeah.
But to me, that makes more sense than.
I mean, but that's what like kind of religion teaches you, though. Like at least Christianity or like Catholicism. What you just said, like I was just thinking in my head about like they tell you that your body, like God is within you, right? And then you're able to like tap into like the divine, which is everything in the fucking universe, you know? So like I guess in that sense, that's the way, that's the next evolution, right? Like this physical realm is one, and then fucking that's the next one.
Yeah,
At least
losing,
that's what I
shedding
think.
the skin, right? Shedding the physical, the five senses.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like to believe that, you know, it gives you, and at least me, it gives me hope that there's something better coming than this.
I just don't really see other aliens that are carbon, that are making like physical ships and flying. Like, man, I just don't see that. I don't. To me, it's like that doesn't make sense.
I mean, it happened here.
Huh?
It happened here. So why not somewhere else too? I know we talked about it last time too. Yeah, I think it's exceedingly rare. Like there's probably only a handful of intelligent civilizations in the entire universe, but I think they're out there.
See, and then the way to me that doesn't make sense. Because if you believe the world's almost infinite, right, or no?
Yeah, people debate it. I don't think it's infinite, but
But it's
it's huge.
That the
It's like-
world is
or
infinite?
the
or
universe.
the universe, or like.
I think the observable universe is like 96 billion light years across. So yeah, it's
And
like
if you
unbelievably.
believe like in the Big Bang, then obviously that's, I would say, according to your numbers, that must have happened so many times. So there'd be infinite species out there, or there'd be a lot. I think.
I don't think it could
What
be
do
true.
what do you think of like, okay, so there's so many like galaxies, right? And like, do you believe in like past lives, or like that you've lived other lives, or you've, you know, have you guys ever thought about that?
Um, man, I've never really put much thought into it, but there's
It's you
things.
being a pharaoh back in the day.
You hear stories, and I don't know how they're true, but like, have you heard stories of like some little kid that knows all this
Yeah,
stuff?
some little girl like, I have a husband named this and this kid. I lived on this street and look it up and it's somehow true. I don't know how real they are, but I've heard stories like that.
You hear those?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't. I mean, if those are true, which is what I'm. I don't know if it's true, and I read the story, but I don't know if it's true. So if those stories are true, then that has to be true, right? That kid's connected to something.
Yeah, if those stories are true, then there has to be something that, yeah, exactly like you said, something else, but I don't think they're true. And have you noticed, like, whenever you hear about, oh yeah, I saw somebody and they told me about my past, they were always a pharaoh or a really strong warrior or a king. Like, it was never some pedophile from the medieval ages or some bum.
Inventing eyelashes.
Yeah, it was always someone prominent. Yeah, you're related to this king and this king, a long line of kings. Well, it just seems like stories people tell each other. All right, that's gonna be $25. Now you told me, yeah, you used to be some douchebag,
Shoemaker.
some shoemaker, and then your wife divorced you, so you robbed a lady and her husband shot you in the face, and that's how you died. I'd be like, all right, that's a little bit more believable. I could see that.
I would do that.
Right? Like, oh, yeah, that does sound like me. They're always like, oh, you were a medieval African pharaoh, a king of kings, and had 38 wives. Yeah. Nice! No. Yeah, but I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to kind of look into those stories, and I mean, I don't know how you'd find out if it was true or not, but
Yeah, I guess if, like, you look up the history and you can confirm it, but then even then, how do you know they didn't find that information first and then just told the little
yeah,
girl what
exactly.
to say?
Yeah,
or
that's what I'm saying.
something,
Like,
or-
yeah, how would you?
What do you think you'd be in your past life?
How far back?
Your most recent past life?
I was like,
let's say like 1700s.
Damn, I don't know. Yeah, see, I've never had any kind of connection to anything like that.
No. You never saw like an old picture of like
Sailor or
of a
pirate.
sailor and you thought like that looks like me and you got some connection.
I remember. I remember doing that.
Or like you've never had the feeling of like you've been, or like deja vu, like
Yeah, we're talking about that today. Yeah, I've experienced deja vu before.
yeah. So that I mean, to me, deja vu always trips me out. But how I like to tell myself is that like it's showing me that I'm going on the right path in a way.
That's what they said here too. Like that's what it means that it's you're going on the right path.
Because like there's been plenty of times where I've like looked a certain way and seen certain things or heard certain things, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I've been here before.
So, do you think it happens when you make like a important decision in your life, and maybe it happens like maybe a day later, a week later, or something?
No, not necessarily, but it's. I feel like it's something that like you have to almost be in tune with, like, because I
And
don't
what
think
about
it's a
if you don't believe
coincidence.
in being in tune?
Now what?
Well, I don't know, pops. I mean,
Because I've always thought. So yeah, obviously I think deja vu is just your brain being dumb, and it's giving you that feeling. It's just kind of it doesn't mean anything. But yeah, when they were saying that, oh, it means you're on the right path. I thought, well, they say like I've heard certain versions of like I don't know if you want to call it spirituality or what, but where you live your life the same way not infinite times, but many times, and each time you make you get better and better and better, and so like I was gonna say, like if you get deja vu, maybe you're remembering something that you weren't like a mistake, maybe something you weren't supposed to do, and that's why you remember it because you made that mistake before.
Probably died, huh?
dude, yeah, dude, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, no,
Wow, that's where I died, right? I made it further. This
Right?
time you made it, yeah, Mario
Nice.
Brothers.
I leveled
Like yeah,
up.
like that's your half invisible frozen body where you made the mistake and you pass it like the checkpoint.
The checkpoint, yeah.
Like I was like, oh, if you remember it, that means you lived it before, so it's a mistake. You gotta fix it. Like,
See, that's an opportunity, dude. Shit, that's an opportunity to become better.
So that's what deja vu is. That's where you died in the last.
damn. And I get a lot of deja vu in my dreams. Like I'll have a dream, either the dream itself or it's about something, and I wake up and I'm like, I swear I've dreamt that before. But sometimes the more I think about it, the more I'm like, no, I don't think I have. But it really feels like I've dreamt that before, or like it's almost like a dream from like weeks ago that's continuing now.
That makes sense.
Like I swear I've had dreams.
Yeah, that could happen.
Right? I swear I've had dreams where like I'm riding a motorcycle. I don't know why that's the dream I've had lately. And I don't like motorcycles, but
What kind of like a Harley or like a...
like the little mini crotch rockets.
Really?
No, it's like a Harley.
It's all...
But not like a huge one. It's like a little Harley, like a little kind of hot rod. And I swear I've had multiple
Is
dreams.
your hair like blowing in the wind?
Oh, always. And then Judas Priest is playing loud as fuck. I'm flirting with the blonde in the Corvette next to me.
It's a Head and Shoulders commercial.
Right. But no, I swear, like I've had multiple dreams
But
where
this
I'm
time she
riding.
has the X-ray glasses.
And she goes, nice. But then sometimes she doesn't say nice and it turns into a nightmare. No.
You fucking crash
spiral.
into her.
Spiraling down with just little cocks around me. No. But no, I had a dream where I was riding it to work and to UTEP. And I was like, man, I'm so glad I got this thing. This is awesome. Nice. And I swear I've had that dream multiple times, but I feel like I only had it once. And
But in real life, you don't like bikes?
no,
Like, you wouldn't get one?
they're scary. They scare me.
Dude, maybe
They're
that's why
scary.
you're fucking riding bikes in your dream, dude.
Right? Oh, it's telling me like get over it. Get over it. No, I crushed a motorcycle once, and ever since then I'm scared.
Leave the bike riding the dream Xander, right?
He's the cool one.
I haven't had one lately, but I used to have this dream and of like this little part of a town. It's not like real town, but it's always the same little block, and it's like shady. Like I know where to get. Like,
You know where all the spots are, the red light district.
yeah, but it's just or just what store does what. It's just like a made up little store, and it looks like neon lights, but it's kind of like 80s looking and just real scummy, and like just the bars are all.
Oh, shit.
But like if I'm trying to get away from people, I know like places to hide, or it's just like it's just I don't know, and it always appears every now and or not always, but it's always that neighborhood.
And what are you wearing in the dream?
Oh man, I don't. Probably just like Van Damme or something.
like a Judas Priest with like the cop hat.
No, it's like jeans, boots, and like a wife beater.
Damn, like a roadhouse. Or...
No, I don't know. I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, my ex used to tell me, oh, like she always had this recurring dream. You know what? I believed her because she would wake up and tell me she had the dream again. So like I could verify she's had it multiple times, and it was this dream where she's riding. I think you told me a similar one to this too that you had, but where she's like driving in a car, or she's driving, or she's the passenger, and all of a sudden the highway.
A guy blows up in a bike.
Wearing assless chaps and the sickest leather vest you've ever seen. No, she's driving on the highway, and it starts to like go up like into a loop,
Oh shit.
and that she gets, and at the end she's like, "Oh my god, we're gonna fall, we're not gonna make it," but they always make it.
Oh,
but then
nice.
in the dream, she's always like starts freaking out, and sometimes she'll wake up,
Damn.
and she was like, "I jumped about that fucking highway again,"
That's crazy.
and that fucking guy in their motorcycle pulled up again too. Oh, it's weird.
You fucking infiltrated her dreams, dude.
I know with deja vu's when I have one, I'm always like I'll remember like, oh, this seems familiar, and I try and predict the future. Like something's about to happen. What is it? And then it happens, and then I'm like, oh, that's what happened. But I can never think of it. Like I can never predict.
It's like hindsight, like perfect hindsight. Like, oh, of course that's what it was.
Yeah, of course. Like it seems familiar. Like it made sense. But I can never guess it. Like I've never guessed like so and so's walking in, but it's always like something's about to happen. What is it?
I knew they were walking in.
And then when they walk in, it's like, oh, that's so. I mean, I don't know. So that's putting a little bit more thought into it, I think, right? Or because whatever
That's
happens always makes sense. Like, yeah, that was it, and then it kind of just fades into the day, or just.
Yeah, like I've always wondered, like, are you really like it? Is it you have dreamt that before, so you kind of know, or does it just feel like it? Like oh, of course I knew that, or yeah, because I've had dreams where stuff happens and it's not real, but like in the dream I somehow like knew what to do, or like, so,
But in deja vu too.
sometimes.
So if aliens came, that's what I would ask them. What's deja vu? Waste the one question they give Earth. You guys get one question.
You guys have X-ray glasses?
What's deja vu?
Nothing, dumbass, and they just fucking fly out. Ah!
We were asking. Yeah, that was our question.
Could have asked them the solution to the final unsolved problem in mathematics. And what's deja vu? What goes better with tomato, garlic?
Yeah, who knows what that is?
If you could ask an alien, like aliens got here and presented themselves, like David Copperfield, and we're here, we can answer one question, any question you have. What would you ask? If it was up to you.
Damn, one question. One question?
With just one, and that's all. And after that, they're out. Tits or ass?
Yeah, if they maybe know our origin, maybe like the history of Earth.
I wasn't even thinking about questions like that. Oh shit.
What were you thinking though?
Tits or ass? No, I was thinking
What's
like
the best strip bar in the
in the
galaxy?
There's always girls with like 3 tits.
oh, like green. Like, oh, this is the greatest place I've ever been to. Can I come with you? I was thinking like a really like hard unsolved problem in like math or physics or something. But that would be interesting too. Something like that's like full of like beyond that, like or if it's beyond that, like where did we come from? Where did we go? Where did we go?
What kind of math question or what?
I don't know. I was trying to think of some. There's a couple of like. There's a couple of questions in like philosophy, physics, and math that are like considered like the big questions that are unsolved, and I can't think of like the hard problem of consciousness is one. There's a couple of problems in math that are unsolved right now, but I think if we solved them, like it would make a lot of implications for like what humans are able to do with like computers and AI and stuff.
You?
I like what you said about consciousness. I feel like that's a really big question that all pretty much all philosophers always fucking talked about.
So what would you ask them?
Am I really here right now?
What is consciousness or?
Yeah, probably like
Why are we conscious?
probably like where did consciousness come from? And fuck, dude, that was an interesting question to us. Like, what fucking question would you ask an alien if you could?
Man, and it could go either way because you might ask it a question like that, or I might ask it about our origins, and they could just say like, I don't know, or.
Yeah, I was thinking
That's
like, what if they're just
true.
like, I don't fucking know, and they take off. Like,
But then, yeah, but if it's here in a like a, if it's, I guess that depends too. Like if it came in a like with technology, I guess I can
or
see.
just if it's here, it's like more. It knows more than us.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like, how would it get here? Like, if it just appeared, I would probably ask it a different question. That if it came like in a ship, like some kind of ship that, because I would probably
Like
give it more of a math or
Like a 19th
technology.
century bicycle that's just floating down like a
Like,
the big
oh,
wheels.
we were so close, but we we went with the car.
Fuck! They had it right the first time. You guys are using combustion engines? Fucking noobs. Ah.
But they would have 3 pedals.
For their extra leg that they have on their right side.
No, because they came in some kind of ship. That would mean they have they're more technically advanced. So I can see asking it a math problem or something. But yeah, imagine it just appeared out of nowhere, and it was like a light.
So you
beam.
think they would have more knowledge about, I guess, like the
Yeah, it's like-
non-physical or
Yeah,
something like
yeah, it's like beyond physical. It's like, oh yeah, we don't even have to create things. Like we just are, and we just like we're not limited by
physical
physics.
reality.
Because right, that would be a totally different question. Right? But it probably would understand math too. I guess it would.
I mean, to me, if I did see that, like it just pop up, I would still think it's a physical thing. It's just so fucking advanced that it's like magic to us. Like, how the fuck would it? You know, because if we showed up in like ancient Greece on a jet, yeah, they would think like this is beyond physical. This is magic. Like this is a whole nother. I think it would look something like that. I mean, it'd probably be more advanced if it just appeared. Like that's insane. But I still think I would think it'd be some kind of physical thing that. Like they're so advanced that they
So
know how
then
to
you're saying we
teleport.
have. So you're saying we have that ability.
I think it'd be possible. I don't know if we're evolved enough or we have the capability of doing it, but I think it'd be physically possible. If it's possible, then we should be able to do it if we know and if we do the right things. We type in the right code.
You think teleportation would ever be possible?
Teleportation?
Could already do it.
Shit, dude. Shit, I would want it for it to be possible. That'd be fucking dope. But not in my lifetime. But pretty sure it could happen.
You think?
Yeah. I think so.
Think if it's possible, I could do it in the fly, but instead I put a cat in there, so I start turning like a cat. It's the only reason I created it in the first place.
What I was thinking right now when you were saying all that was like, how would we even communicate with them? Like,
They speak French. What? What the fuck?
like, I feel like they would fucking like hack into us, and then they'll be like, "This is what's fucking happening," and we're like, "Oh shit."
I feel like one of the first things we would use to communicate with each other would be like math,
Mm.
because the same math that is true here, and logic is the same math and logic that would exist for them too. I don't know how we communicate it. Like I'm sure like they don't know what 3 is, like the number, like the way the 2 circles or half circle. But I think that would probably be the way to do it, like,
That's interesting. That's
because that would be universal.
Math. Yeah, I guess.
Or
Yeah,
logic or some kind of something like that. Equations and
Or a big pair of tits.
oh, even they understand that. Nice. And then they show us the 3 green tits. Oh, nice. We're at the bar drinking beers, right? Except theirs have 2 holes. Ting.
they do it like in one gulp. Like they don't even.
Right, because like if I met someone from Germany, I don't know German, but show us a pair of tits, we're gonna be like, "You're right." That's how you would do it.
So, and with all that news that came out pretty strong, what was it, like 3 weeks ago? Like, there's no follow up or nothing. Like,
Yeah, I know. Like, what the fuck? You would think that'd be a big deal. I've already heard about Bud Light more than I have the fucking potential invasion of the planet.
this guy said they had
Non-
pictures and all this stuff. It's like, whoa, like, where are they or what?
You know, I was looking up a bunch of like those stories that are coming out, and it's just one guy.
Favor?
I think so, but I thought it was different people. But it's all the ones I've heard on different platforms.
It's like 2 guys.
the 2 guys.
It's like guy Favor, and then the other guy is
Yeah, that name sounds familiar. I think
the
that's
bald one. With, I think his last name starts with a G. Is it Gersh?
One of those. Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, it's 2 of them.
One
yeah.
of those. Like he's the one that I've been seeing mostly. So I'm like,
Favor, I think, was a pilot, and the other guy, I don't know what the other guy was, but I think he, like, just
he worked at Kmart.
That's the Kmart near Area 51.
And I saw, I saw an alien folding clothes in the girls section.
But
He was a
didn't have
night shift
neck.
teacher.
He didn't have a chin, so
He's having a hard time folding clothes. But luckily he had another arm. That's even funny, like, they're about to release a movie, right, about aliens, too, like an alien that's here. And
they did release it.
it's already
came out.
released?
Jules, have you seen that? You haven't seen previews to it?
Nah.
I saw the preview to it only.
Was it good?
The preview looked weird. Like, I don't know if it was, like, supposed to be a scary movie or a funny movie or a drama. Like,
Yeah, or like it's just
they're at the dinner table, like, talking to it, and then it's just there, like... and they're just talking about it, like, if they're, like, a little bit worried about it.
like, what do we do, right? Like, gotta tell somebody. Like, no, I'm not telling anybody. And it's just like this green, I guess like your regular.
It's even, like, in a sweater, huh, or something. Like, like a turtleneck.
With the X-ray glasses.
Right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I was just saying him how is it so coincidence that movie comes out right when all this information comes out, or is that, what do they call it? There's like a name for that. Prediction. I forget what they call it, but it's like whenever they're trying to impose something on you, you'll see movies on it, and it'll just be everywhere, and then the news. predictive programming, I guess.
Yeah, because obviously it must have. I'm sure it takes a while to make a movie, so they obviously been working on this. So it's like they, they're probably working on this movie before all that stuff came out.
And see, and I think it goes to the top as far as like anybody big in Hollywood.
Like, oh, that's hot right now. We're gonna.
Well,
let's
not
get-
that it's hot right now, but somebody reaches out to them and they tell them, "This is the agenda. Get a movie made on this." So that guy's gonna tell who's ever below him, like, "Hey, make a movie on this. Hire whoever, but get that movie going." And you don't know why or where it comes from, but then these movies just pop up. So the actors have no idea what they're doing. They're just told like, "Hey, movie on this."
Yeah, I mean, I always found it fucking weird that there's movies about things that are happening like right now. You know?
I mean, unless like that, it could be something weird like that. But I could also see it too. Like, it's something people are talking about and they're interested in, so let's capitalize on it. Let's make a movie about it. Because I mean, that stuff did just come out, but they've been talking about aliens and UFOs kind of a lot for the past like 2-3 years now. Like, it's kind of been a hot topic for a while.
Oh yeah, but I from what
Like
that
when
guy
Bob
came out
Lazar
and
came out, and that was like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's literally it's slowly been trickling. That's what I'm saying. It's slowly been, and then just movies. Everybody's talking about it. I think that's what the whole agenda is going to be. It's going to be a fake alien invasion. We're not going to be able to beat him, but then AI is going to come to our rescue and beat him.
Oh.
And it's going to get us to worship AI. Sneaky.
I'm not up to anything.
But we're one step ahead. We know. That's why we teamed up with Bigfoot,
Oh.
Big Feet,
Big feet.
and that's going to be the savior of humanity in the end.
Because, he's immune to technology.
He's immune to technology. You take pictures of him, he's blurry. Like
He can walk through all the AI through their passwords.
and he's so strong, he'll just beat up he'll knock the alien out with one punch, like Mike Tyson.
So AI actually like breaks down trying to figure out who Bigfoot is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like
It
when you
like
tell,
explodes and shit.
like when you tell like an AI like a paradox and it can. This sentence is false. It breaks it. So Big Feet is the downfall of, or the downfall of artificial intelligence.
Yeah, no, I think they're gonna come up with some crazy shit. I think they definitely fake alien invasion. And somehow I don't think AI is gonna save us, but I think we're gonna like link with AI somehow.
Team up. Oh,
Yeah.
like
That's
Hulk
what I'm
Hogan
saying.
and Macho Man.
Damn, the ultimate team. Like in Predator, like the two buff arms. Like, oh yes,
Nice.
nice. Fuck yeah. I see it. Right. Just a both Schwarzenegger arm and a robotic arm.
Elon Musk and who does he team up with?
Damn. Rowdy Piper. Oh, he died, huh? Did he die? I don't even know. The Iron Sheik, I think he's dead too.
Conor McGregor.
Oh. No, it's gonna be Elon Musk and Logan Paul.
Oh, nice.
The saviors of humanity. Damn, the future Mount Rushmore's gonna look a lot different. Huh?
They're gonna be the fighting fathers, not the founding.
Damn, the fighting fathers. They made the aliens sign the Declaration of Independence. Right? Elon Musk, Logan Paul, Vin Diesel.
Throw in the Rock.
And the Rock. There you go. And the Rock. And on top of all of them, Jesse Ventura.
He's been masterminding this.
Right?
He's really biting it. He takes off his mask.
Damn, but right, Jesse Ventura. Nice. We started this in Minnesota. Yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Even the Just Bleed guy is gonna show up.
Oh, the Just Bleed guy, right? He's the general commander of the forces fighting against all evil. Damn. What would be the theme song as America came out victorious? Thinking the gonna fly now. Dun, 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 dun. That makes me proud to be an Earthian, Earthopian. Yeah, I wonder what the future of AI and all this alien shit it really is going to be like. I hope I see it in my lifetime. Just, but
It's
pretty
getting
young.
there.
It's going fast.
It's going fast, huh? The evolution of the phones has been fast. Now they're saying, Noah, something in Austin, they have a lot of those self-driving cars, and they have their own garage, like Ubers, but there's nobody driving.
Yeah, it's
Really?
insane.
We saw one in Vegas, but I swear I saw somebody inside it.
You know, I'm thinking maybe someone could sit in the driver's seat if there's no driver, right?
Yeah, well, Noah says you can do that, or I just thought they were testing it, like with somebody inside it, testing
To
it.
see how the car runs
Seem-
itself. Or
But yeah, Noah says they're already.
we should get one to a restaurant when we go to Vegas. Would you trust it? There's no one in the driver's seat, and it's gonna take us to a restaurant 7 miles away.
Yeah, it's the way of the future. And you think they could charge cheaper because they're not paying a driver,
I don't think so.
right? They're gonna undercut Uber, right?
Yeah.
You guys are taking people's jobs, fucking assholes.
Good.
They're gonna hate. They're gonna hate them like immigrants because they're thinking they're taking their jobs.
Yeah, right. AI fucking entities are gonna become the new like people are like a speciesist against them or whatever.
And if you think about it, if they had a fleet and it starts collecting and saving data, it's gonna know where to systematically send its. It'll know what the busy areas are, and it'll
Or
be
to
pick-
attack.
Yeah, it's gonna learn human behavior, like the airports. Like it'll. Where I guess Uber drivers are kind of just driving around, but this would almost have like one mind behind the whole, like an army of bees. You know what I mean? Like one mind, having them all work strategically.
It's working all for the cause of the AI
Yeah, the
revolution.
most efficient way to work. The way to make more money.
Yeah, it's not like, but it's because I'm hungry and I want to do this. It's just going to be working for the goal.
Yeah, and it'll know what areas are busy at what times of the day. And
I wonder how accidents, whether they would go up or down.
I would think they'd start, it would go up at first as they're getting it better and then it would start to go down. I would think like a.
So you
something
think
has-
the car would be, I guess, like a phone? It gets updated, every so often. So it can,
constantly.
Yeah, right.
Constantly.
It has to.
Yeah, it has to. That's what I'm saying. It's learning. It's learning human patterns.
Yeah, and like a calculator, like is so much faster than a human. You could put like 4,338 times this, it'll get it instant. So I'm sure like a computer that's like an AI car, once it's to that level, is gonna be better than a human. It wouldn't make the same human mistakes.
Yeah, it'll learn.
Oh well, Paso needs that fucking car ASAP, bro.
Oh man, people
It's
drive
too
like
many.
shit here.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, is that the next thing? Would people start giving up their cars and using that?
I think
Yeah,
so.
they trust it. Like I've heard of stories where like somebody has a Tesla and they put it on autopilot and they take a nap. And it's like, holy shit, I would not do that. Like, I guess you trust it, but just to be completely like, fucking nap, it's just,
Yeah,
it's ballsy.
that is ballsy.
I mean,
Just
but
so-
it's happening, right?
Yeah, it is happening. That's crazy. Would you get one? Would you get an electric car?
Yeah, they seem cool. It seems like the future.
There you go, pops. We're going into the future.
Then
Yeah, I
once
would
they-
get one too.
Would you?
Hmm.
Did you get one?
I guess I would. I mean, I'm not opposed. And then once they get like the electric trucks, like the ones that haul
Oh man,
stuff.
right? Yeah, because that's like a lot of emissions, right?
And then they wouldn't. I mean, yeah, they would drive. They can drive all night where people have to stop and
Oh, like
you've
without
got
a driver.
logs.
Damn. Right.
It'd be like a whole system.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Have you seen? Did you see one? Have you seen one yet?
We saw one in Vegas, but
I haven't seen one.
like we were saying, like there was someone in the driver's seat, so we don't know if like they were just sitting there or if they were driving it, testing it, or something.
But it did say it was like a self-driving car that, like Uber, like you call it and it'll pick you up. And
Yeah, Noah said he saw him without drivers. Man, that's crazy.
man, if they start coming around here, you should try and catch one,
Tackle it.
right? Jack it up and take off its tires.
It has like a defense, like
Right.
fucking mechanism.
As
or
you get
something.
near, you start getting DMT'd. Yeah, I'm sure it would have some kind of defense, right?
I would have it pick me up here, and then somebody would be there with jacks and just go in. Because once you jack it up, it's stuck, right?
Yeah, what's it gonna do? Like if it's
It fucking. That'd be
damn,
fucking wild.
the tires get lowered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how they would protect it. A big metal arm. It's got to be doing something to.
But right,
stop
you can get a battery. There's all kinds of stuff you get.
that. Shit, dude. Unless they're like welded onto the car where you can change it. You can't take out the stuff. Right?
That's what I'm thinking. I feel like it wouldn't have like any sort of bolts or anything like that.
Are those electric cars? Because I was gonna say, who fills up the gas? Like, who's?
Oh yeah, are they electric cars?
I don't know. Like, do they just pull up somewhere perfect and it's like a little like thing sticking out of the wall and it just like clicks in, or yeah, how does that work? How do
Yeah,
they,
I'm thinking. Yeah, because most no, because
unless they have like a program, like oh, I can make it this many, and then they go back to like the head base or something, and then humans fucking go from there.
yeah, they'd have to be electric cars. Oh, that's their downfall. They would need somebody to plug them in. Huh?
Yeah, unless they could just pull up somewhere on their own and then just like those like the
There's like a
cell phone
sensor in the
chargers. Yeah, you
tires.
just go over that pad and it just starts charging it or something. I wonder how that works.
So we'd have to cover up the pads. That would be, but it'd be defended pretty good.
Just a bunch of metal arms all around it. Good luck getting through that.
With like boxing gloves. Or UFC gloves because they got Musk. Like UFC.
And every time you go there, you get deja vu, so you know that's where you keep dying.
Oh, I died here before. I shouldn't do it. I should. Right? It's got
Leave
like
it alone.
a deja vu machine. Damn.
It's all making sense, right?
It's all coming. Yeah, it's all coming together. This is our last episode. We're gonna somehow mysteriously all die of suicide by 3 gunshots to the back of the head.
By that Hillary storm that's coming.
Right.
Oh, it's named after her, huh?
They did that on purpose. Man. This thing with Hillary is killing a lot of people. Oh.
What do you think about Hawaii? Have you seen all the stuff coming out about that?
I think it's terrible. I mean,
But have you seen the conspiracy behind it?
no. What happened?
Well, they're saying like a laser's shooting everything, and it's
A
they're just-
laser?
yeah, they're saying they're destroying all the houses
What the fuck?
so that the rich people can come buy the houses. They said there's already people there like trying to buy the land.
Yeah, Oprah
Oh,
was there.
shit. Are you
Supposedly-
serious?
Yes. Yeah.
And then you were saying, one of the guys was saying that they passed a law, right? Like a couple weeks ago or
Or
months ago.
couple months ago, they passed a law.
What is it? Where like you can't, like if your house gets destroyed by a natural disaster, like the insurance won't pay out or whatever. Or,
They won't?
They won't.
Which you would think like that's like the one thing I want my insurance for is like a natural disaster, like especially in Hawaii.
So a lot of things are looking kind of weird, but I mean I don't know. They even showed like, I mean yeah I don't know, I don't even know if this is there or what, but they showed like where it was Oprah had land there or something, and everything that wasn't her land was on fire, but her land was like
It was
safe.
nice.
Nice and green. The pool was blue.
There was someone swimming.
Right. They were having a cookout.
Roasting the hot dogs in the flames.
Just leaning over their neighbor's fence. Like,
The
guys want some
fucking-
s'mores?
Guys leaving. And they say, like, I don't know if it's true, but so I'm just what I'm repeating. I haven't fact checked, but they said in some of the floods in California, remember all the big mudslides that happened like years ago? The same thing happened. Her house was safe, and everybody around her got wiped out.
The mud just clearly nicely went around her house.
And then after all that, she bought all the land. So it's like,
That's fucked up, dude.
Man, I think Oprah Winfrey might be a bigger threat to humanity than AI and aliens.
unless
She is the alien.
or AI. She's AI.
Oh, right. Is she AI or alien? Man, where's Big Feet when we need him?
Right? Or she's big. she's,
Oh, no. Big Feet would never do humans like that. They're our saviors.
but yeah, I mean, but that's another thing too. Is like nothing can ever happen without crazy conspiracies behind it.
Yeah, there's always going to be a conspiracy.
So yeah, what if everything in Hawaii is just a natural disaster, and then I think it's kind of not disrespectful, but it's kind of weird that everybody starts taking it to a whole different level. But I mean,
Yeah, kind of undermining like the real struggles that those people are facing if it is a real natural disaster.
but supposedly they're not getting much help either, right?
I don't know. I haven't
Right.
looked much into it.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're getting
Yeah, they're not getting much help because people are complaining that they're sending all this money to Ukraine,
right.
but they're not helping these people out.
That's insane. Isn't like BJ Penn the governor of fucking Hawaii? Is it? I think he was running.
Really? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he's. I don't know.
Dude, BJ Penn will fuck him up. Dude.
Damn, just send BJ Penn to fight the fires.
No, dude.
Kick
to
their fucking
fight
ass.
Biden, dude. Send us
Put
some
the
money,
fires
dog.
in a fucking chokehold.
Fight
Oprah.
Oprah, right?
Fight Oprah, right? Choke that bitch out.
She's gonna take all the land, fucking get in a choke.
It's gonna be one of those like where they send a jock and then BJ Penn goes back all beat up like, oh man.
It was a tough fight. Oh, BJ
Joe,
Penn flying
Joe
knees.
Rogan interviews him.
I think Oprah would win that one, right?
She's in a bigger weight class.
Nah, she'll get tired.
She'll guess out.
Her name's been linked. Like, what if none of it's true? And what if you're Oprah and your name's gotten linked to all this, to Epstein, to all the supposedly she kidnaps kids in Africa. Have you heard of all that?
I've heard shit about her like that. Like,
That's what I'm saying. What happens if none of that's true, and if that's you, and people are saying all that stuff about you? Like,
think-
would you try and clear your name, or we just ignore it, or?
yeah, like it's just trying to clear her name, make it worse. Like, or, I don't know. I think at her level, she just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
She's gotta be one of the richest people on the planet, probably. I don't think
She's probably like, nice.
Right?
I know. Was it no?
With the map of all the land, right? All the kids and all the shit she's doing.
No publicity is bad publicity. We think Oprah's in Cambodia sex trafficking kids, and he gives her idea. I've never been to Cambodia. That's a good idea. We should go. Oh man, is that
She starts fires
that-
over there,
is-
starts buying land again.
is that what is it? A libel?
Which one?
Because I just technically accused Oprah of trafficking kids.
I mean, I've heard
I
it.
get sued.
I've heard it.
Libel.
You come
Black suits in the show tomorrow.
defamation.
That's what I was
Amber Heard
saying.
and Johnny Depp all over again.
You're gonna all of a sudden tomorrow we're all gonna mysteriously die by suicide. 3 gunshots to the back of the head.
A whole boom mudslide incident.
And then Oprah's gonna buy the spot.
wonder what kind of other like weird stuff you can get like in the back of those fucking things where you cut them out. And I remember my uncle used to get shit like that, and I would see it. And it'd be like like porn and like weird little objects like
The
that.
Venus flytrap.
Venus flytrap. I think I bought
Oh
one.
no, not Venus flytrap. The Spanish fly,
What is that?
where it's like it makes girls horny. You don't remember?
You know what? Okay, now it's ringing a bell.
Yeah, it was like a little.
Spanish. Well, what was it? Or, that sounds familiar.
I don't know what they were, but it just showed like a little box. You know, the little cartoon was a box and some guy putting something in a girl's drink. And
It was just roofies. Like, Spanish fly. Damn.
Was Cosby the spokesperson?
right?
It was Oprah.
Cosby and Oprah, deadly duo, pops.
That's a deadly duo right there.
Sea monkeys.
Sea monkeys. I never brine shrimp, right? That's what they were. I never bought those, but I remember the sea monkeys, and they made them like in the picture. They made them look all cool, it was like seahorses, like all badass with like faces. And they were
Like-
eating dinner with plates, and then you get them and these little like dots just floating in the water. Like,
Yeah, I never got them, but yeah, it always made it seem like it was like your own family. Or, yeah, yeah, just the stuff they would sell you in the back of magazines.
Pet rock.
Pet rock.
And the best of all, X-ray specs. Never got those. They even saw like they would sell like gloves where they would make you punch harder, and they're like, yeah, it has built-in like carbon fiber, aluminum technology, and they just look like biker gloves.
Did you ever see like those Hulk? Fucking
Oh,
big
yeah.
ass fucking
The whole cans.
Hulk.
I remember before those, they had the ones that you inflate, and it was just like a cylinder, like the soccer boppers or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was just like a balloon, and they used to have the commercials for them. Yeah, you would like throw it down with your brother.
That sounds like fun, dude.
Moon shoes, is that what they're called, or moon boots, or
they're like air cushions.
yeah, like you could like hop, and it would make you supposedly like jump up high and avoid gravity. Yeah, just those weird ass products that they would sell to people.
Strong magnet, right?
Strong magnet. There's even the one where it was like a magnetic bracelet, and like when the guy would like try to pull your arms down, and then he'd put the bracelet on you, and all of a sudden he couldn't do it. Like, oh. Made out of moon rock or some shit. Like,
Boomerang. Those work. I guess that works.
I think I've never used one. But I always thought they worked. But you don't take down your prey like that.
Trick gum.
Oh, was it? Was that where you
Zapper.
pull it? Yeah. You know what? I remember seeing stuff where like it was a trick and you would use it and it would zap you, but I've never seen one of those like original ones where it's like a little buzzer on your hand.
Oh, I've
when you
seen
shake
those,
hands
yeah.
and that shocks you. I've never seen one of
No,
those.
I think we have one. I'll bring it.
Like I see the ones where it's like a fake lighter,
Yeah.
like fake gum, a fake pen.
Yeah, I remember the pens for sure.
Oh, I got hit with that one hard once.
Shit would feel weird. Damn, I just remember that feeling. That's crazy.
Oh, I got shocked really bad the other day at my house, like bad, like fuck. It's like my cats are assholes, so they dropped my my lamp, and so all the wires and the electricity
Oh,
was
shit.
exposed. And I was like, it still worked, so I was like, fuck it. Like, and so I had it on the desk, and when I get there, all the lights are off, and it's late, and I'm like, oh shit. So I go to try to press the button, and sure enough, I touched the exposed metal, and oh man, it shocked the living shit out of me. I jumped up like one of the cats. Like, oh man, I hadn't felt that feeling in such a long time. Like,
Was it deja vu? And you're like, fuck, I died. And
oh,
I just...
right. That's when I died in my life. Nice, I survived this time. Oh man, I felt it in my bones. Like, that's a horrible feeling. Like it doesn't even hurt. It's just like a weird uncomfortableness. Like I guess
It's
it
a
hurts.
shock. It
Yeah, it's
yeah, it's definitely like wakes you up.
it's almost like a like a jump scare, huh? Like it's,
Yeah, right.
yeah, that was terrible. And I walk out, my uncle heard me, and he's in the hallway laughing at me. And I'm like, "Fuck you! I almost died."
Shit. I just had deja vu, dude. He tells you.
This is where you died last time, dumbass.
Yeah, next deja vu, I'm gonna look around like, what got me last time?
You fucking dodged like a knife or something.
Right? Something got you.
Yeah, as soon as you start to, this looks familiar, just dodge. Whoosh. Almost had me there.
Man, did I tell you the other day there was a bee? Did I tell you? Did I say it on the podcast?
It was in your fridge.
Yeah, it was in my fridge.
And
Did I say
oh,
it
and
here?
it shocked you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you said that it gave you like a shock, right? Like
It stung you?
Like bad. The same thing as like electricity. Like that little thing packed a punch, but as soon as I like 2 seconds later, it was nothing. Like I mean, it was a little sore, but I mean not bad, but it was like powerful. That thing, definitely that that you got.
did you give like one of those like Tom and Jerry? The,
Where did it get you in the hand?
I think it got me twice. Like I tried getting it and it like 2 quick hits or
like
something.
you thought it was dead, or
Yeah, I thought it was dead, and I tried asleep. Thought it was sleeping.
just jacking off and you bothered them. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I've. I mean, I've never been stung by a bee or a wasp, unless like I have and I haven't noticed. But you say like no, you'll notice it. Like
Oh, you'll notice that. That was bad. But surprisingly, nothing afterwards.
just a quick. It was
Yeah,
over and it
just-
was done.
Yeah.
I've been bit by spiders. Like, I got bit by a spider on my arm, and like it woke me up. Like I was asleep, and I guess I rolled on it or I don't know what, and yeah, it woke me up, and I knew I got bit by something, but I didn't see anything. So I just went back to sleep, and yeah, the next day I had like a little.
And it wasn't because they say some insects bite you, and the pain keeps getting worse. That would suck.
I got scared. I went to the doctor, but I got scared because Bono has that scar on his head, and he said that he got bit by a spider. He didn't think nothing of it, and it started rotting.
Oh.
And like it turned black, like the tip was black. And my dad was like, "I think you should go to the doctor." And I went, and the doctor was like, "Yeah, unless it's hurting really bad and spreading quick, you're probably fine." And yeah, it was nothing. But yeah, that one was kind of like it was a shock. Then nothing afterwards, but
Nice.
the actual bite, like, yeah, it woke me up from my sleep really quick.
You ever been bitten by nothing?
No. My fucking dog bit me the other day.
Like
There's a fucking scar now.
like a serious bite, like an angry bite.
Yeah, like I fucked up and I was like carrying him.
I grabbed his balls too tight. And turns
didn't
out they
like
don't like
it.
that.
He fucking snapped at me. No, I was trying to like carry him like
So I'm
Like,
fingering
he's a
my
bit-
dog, right?
and yeah, he didn't like it and he fucking bit me, bro. I
Damn.
was like, dang.
Even that's like a wake up call. Just how quick they move.
Oh
and
yeah.
They're quick.
The whole
For
sound and everything's like.
I've never been seriously bit by a dog. It sounds scary. I've had one like nip at me, but like not like a straight up like the quick angry like trying to bite you bite.
And it's crazy how like their teeth aren't even sharp, but just how easily a tooth can cut you without in.
Nah, my dog has some pretty sharp teeth, bro.
And just the force of their bite, huh? Like it could be dull, and they'll force those teeth in there. Like,
But I mean, they're not like a knife. It's what I mean. They're like round. I mean, I guess they're sharp, but I mean, but they're not like a snake tooth is sharp.
oh,
okay,
yeah, for sure. Man.
You know, the dog tooth it's big and strong, but it's crazy how it'll cut you and puncture you for being.
Yeah, cause you have a dog too, right? How old is he?
It's like a little over a year.
Oh, okay. Still,
Yeah, I feel like one of Loki's bites would fuck you up if he really wanted to bite you.
Or any dog, right? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
any,
any
dog.
dog. I've been bit by one of my cats, like seriously, like where they're
See,
trying to hurt me.
I think their teeth are sharper, huh?
He didn't break my skin. I don't know if it's just because his jaw strength isn't as strong, but his paws. I have like scars on my hand. That's when he bit me. Those claws went into my skin all the way. like
Yeah, they're
deep
sharp.
in
So
there.
I
think they
I
have
had to
sharper
pull 'em
claws.
apart.
right?
Yeah, their
And
claws are crazy.
the bite hurt. Like it really hurt, but it didn't break my skin.
Man, I would think a cat would have sharper teeth, like to puncture you more.
I think they probably do. But yeah, I just think a dog's jaw strength is
Mhm,
a
I
lot
think it's
stronger
that,
than
yeah.
than a cat.
Which cat was this?
One of many. It was my alpha cat. He's very
My alpha cat.
he's the man of the house. Oh yeah, he's the man of the house, 100%.
He sleeps on your bed.
I get home and wear a maid's outfit and feed him his food. He sleeps on the bed.
He feeds you the food.
Yeah, he pours my food into a little bowl. I've never been attacked by an animal. Bitten.
I saw one the other day, and this guy's hiking, and then like a black bear's trying to get him. He's like yelling, and he's on a higher ground. So when the bear starts crawling up, the guy starts like stomping on its face, and then they'll take off running, and then it comes back, and then he starts, the whole time the guy's just yelling like, "Get out of here!" Like just trying to make as much noise. But every time it comes, he starts like stomping it and kicking it, and finally it takes off. But man, that must be so scary. But
Fuck yeah! Imagine a bite from a bear, any bear.
Yeah, you're fucked.
I've heard with black bears, like you're better off. They trying to do like trying to fight it off and scare it. But a grizzly bear, you're better off just trying to like play dead and let it make it leave you alone. Even then, I'd be scared to just lay there and he's like sniffing my ass. Oh man, like this is it.
please give it deja vu, right?
It's not coming, guys. It's not coming. I think this is it.
Right, if you have the deja vu, you know you'd be safe, right? Like, I lived through
Right, I'd
this.
be taunting it like, nah, I know this thing. Yeah, it'd be fucking scary. Or a snake. I wonder how that feels. Being bit by like a rattlesnake.
Damn.
I feel like you almost wouldn't feel it. Like I've heard people say that when they get stabbed, they don't realize they got stabbed. That it kind of just feels like someone punched them. And then later on, they're like, "Oh, why am I wet?" And then like they look and they got they got stabbed.
Oh, yeah. I would not want to know.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's fuck that.
So you think we'll see aliens in our lifetime, or
No.
either we see them or the government will show them to us whether they're real or not?
Yeah,
You think so?
yeah,
Nice.
I think so.
What do you think comes first? Like the aliens like showing themselves and it's okay, the aliens are real, there they are? Or AI like coming to
Well-
life?
I mean, that's kind of already. I mean, they're both kind of already happening, right? But I mean, I feel like AI is happening faster. Like,
Like I was telling him, I said you can have an army of those driving cars, and they can figure out human patterns. They'll figure out how to maneuver around the city to be more efficient. They'll know how to save gas. They'll know everything. But a car will never think like, oh, I wish I was blue, or oh, I wish I was red. Like it'll never think that. So I'm saying like, yeah, it could get down patterns, math, and it can get, but it'll never be like, oh, I wish I was a sports car. Like it'll never have that thought. You think it would?
Gonna go to be sentient at some point? Is that possible or
You think it would? No.
I don't know. It's a possibility, but yeah, I don't think.
yeah, because I feel like it would be more programmed than anything. Like, I don't think you can program something to think for itself, you know?
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think AI would ever be a threat to us.
so then how come this guy ruins our life every day?
Fuck them.
Right.
I think it could. I think we're just programs. Just
Aliens
Calm.
programmed into us, right?
damn, so it goes aliens, humans, AI. That's like the natural progression. Big feet.
Big feet.
had another question for you about evolution. When the, I mean, you believe dinosaurs got wiped out, like through was it a meteor,
Yeah, I guess that's like the most likely
and
scenario.
then
But
everything had to start over again, or
not everything died. I think they say like a lot of reptiles that like live low to the ground that were able to hide survived, and that's where like the reptiles that we see now come, and then birds, and then they say mammals back then were like small and lived underground, so some mammals were to survive, and that's how mammals came about. I guess fish. Yeah, because I don't think it affected the entire world like
so then our ancestors were some kind of rodent,
or something like that. Yeah, some kind of weird little burrowing mammal, probably.
and that evolved into all the mammals we see.
But I don't think there was just one like mammal living back then or that survived and kept evolving. I'm sure there was a lot.
But I
think
mean,
so.
obviously they all had to be small, burrowing. It wasn't like, I mean, if
Yeah, I don't know exactly like the kind of life that lived back then, but I'm assuming it would be some kind of small burrowing mammal or something.
according to the meteor and everything, right?
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know exactly. I would be lying if I knew. But that's what I would assume. Yeah.
Why? Why do you ask that?
Oh yeah, because I don't believe. I mean, I do think species evolve and adapt, but I don't believe in evolution that we came from. Like all mammals came from one.
Like the species turning into a whole different species or
Yeah,
something.
like
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think that either.
yeah, I don't think we came from the sea as a microorganism and that turned into like and that's what Xander right through evolution.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, I was just, I'm always just trying to find little holes in it. And that's something I thought of the other day. It's like, oh, the dinosaurs.
Do you think there were dinosaurs? Because some people think that like that they weren't even around. That they just find bones and they put shit together
I
and
think
they
there
say,
was
oh,
dinosaurs.
yeah.
You?
Yeah, for sure.
You? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think, yeah, there's dinosaurs, right?
Like I think Alex said a lot of the dinosaurs. He thinks that they're just like bones people find, like one of a cow, one of a horse,
Well,
and then they put them together. And
supposedly, yeah, they say they do that too. But I mean, I don't know how true that is. That they say they just find like a big horse bone and then somebody makes up a whole dinosaur based on one bone. But I mean,
because I have heard. I mean, unless you think like they're lying and they planned them or something, but yeah, I remember when he was telling me that I looked it up. Like, do they really just find one bone and kind of match them, or do they find whole specimens? And apparently they have found like not a whole one, but they found like something that's like
close.
95%
Yeah,
complete.
yeah. They found. I've seen where they
Like a whole skeleton of
dinosaur.
a dinosaur.
Like nah, yeah,
Holy
like maybe a couple parts missing here and there, not everything, but for the most part, like it's there. It's
Yeah, and I would think
dope.
most of them would be found that way. I would think most skeletons would be found whole.
yeah, because it started there and it died there. And,
Yeah, to me, it's more random that there's just bones. Like when,
yeah, like his thigh bone is in another country. Like how the fuck would that happen, right? Like,
yeah, I can see if it's something that gets eaten,
mm.
it could be kind of thrown apart or whatever. But like, yeah, T-Rex, sure, where you find, I'm sure all his bones are pretty close in proximity. Unless floods and stuff, I guess. Could.
Yeah, weather erosion. Yeah, not everything. Because a lot of them, they say it's not their bones. It's like
a
the
fossil.
mineral. Yeah, it's the minerals that like it makes like an imprint, and the minerals fill it up, and it makes like a cast of their bones or whatever. Yeah, because like when you see like the imprints like of like the fish and like the rocks or the footprints,
the
like yeah,
fossils,
it's
yeah.
not their body parts, but it's like the remnants of them,
Right.
like dying there or whatever.
This is all bullshit.